In 1794, the idea of a strong central government faced its first big challenge. Hamilton, aiming to help pay off the national debt, introduced a tax on whiskey. This hit farmers, especially those in places like western Pennsylvania, hard. These farmers couldn't easily transport their grain over rough terrain, like the Appalachian Mountains, so they turned it into whiskey, which was easier to move and sell. When the whiskey tax passed, they felt it was unfair because whiskey was their main source of income. Protests erupted almost immediately. At first, Washington and Hamilton didn't act, but by the summer of 1794, things got out of control when 6,000 protesters gathered near Pittsburgh, threatening rebellion. Washington sent 12,000 troops and the rebels backed down. However, these farmers weren't suffering as much as they believed. Between 1790 and 1796, over 80% of the national budget was spent on fighting indigenous tribes in the western frontier. Since the 1750s, white settlers had been moving into native lands, sparking conflict with tribes like the Delaware, Shawnee, and Ottawa, who formed the Northwestern Confederacy. The British, despite giving up control of the area to the US, still had forts in the area and supported the tribes. Throughout the 1780s, the Northwestern Confederacy raided white settlements, and settlers retaliated with their own violent attacks. In 1791, a U.S. army led by Arthur St. Clair was ambushed and defeated at the Battle of the Wabash. In response, the government sent General Anthony Wayne in 1794. He won a decisive victory at the Battle of Fallen Timbers, forcing the tribes to agree to the Treaty of Greenville in 1795. This treaty forced the Northwestern Confederacy to sell a large part of what is now Ohio to the U.S. With the suppression of both the Whiskey Rebellion and the defeat of the indigenous tribes, the federal government showed it had the power to enforce its laws and maintain order.